It started with a vision for how the internet should work, how it could work.
It really should be possible for anyone to just kind of wave their hand and carve out a piece of cyberspace and create a world of their own.
But the technology to achieve such a vision simply did not exist.
There's no way that you can have really high throughput and also have all these security and fairness properties. I was able to convince myself it's not possible. And I set it aside, and it would come back and haunt me, and it would keep nagging at me. And so I would pick it up again and set it aside again. And this kept going for years.
3 years later, Lehman had a breakthrough, the Hashgraph consensus algorithm.
Wait a second. If we're all just talking to each other, and you include a tiny bit of extra information, we could each end up with a complete history of exactly how we talked to each other in what order. I would know so much that I could take one of those huge, impractical, impossible, too slow voting algorithms and do it with no votes at all. I know how you would vote, so don't bother voting. Don't tell me your vote, I know it. And it gives us this entire history. The history is called a hash graph.
In 2015, Mance and Lehman founded Swirls to battle test the algorithm in permissioned environments. And the following year, Lehman published the technical paper. Then in 2017, Hashgraph was introduced to the world.
We've just come out of stealth. Hashgraph is the future of blockchain tech.
But to realize a fairer, more secure digital future for all, where the internet belongs to you, the world needed a trust layer of the internet, a public ledger built on Hashgraph.
I'm pleased to introduce you to Hedera. It is a public Hashgraph network with a world-class governing council.
This is it. We are about to launch the Hedera mainnet and mint 50 billion HBARs. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right.
That's it. Congratulations.
Yep. Mainnet is live. We've just wrapped up our first 8-city global decentralized hackathon. This is called an HBAR. This is our symbol that we believe is going to change the world. We're very excited to be here in Seoul. I'm very proud to be able to announce the first set of council members.
We're talking about the Hedera Consensus Service. This is a new service. Okay, it looks like we are down to the final seconds here.
3, 2, 1. Open access.
The network is open. As of this moment, we have council member nodes online, ready to take transactions from anyone, anywhere in the world.
It hasn't been your internet for a long time. Make it yours. What future will you build?
What's up, world? It's your boy Crypto Trapper, back with the first of what will be many investigative reports, saying thank you for swinging by the channel, your new home for expert analysis from an amateur nutshell. Please do your own due diligence. This is not financial advice. With that being said, let's jump into CoinMarketCap, where we see HBAR Hedera Hashgraph at 23 cents right now, 33rd on the current list. Guys, if you're going to do your own due diligence on HBAR, please go to their website. Their website is an awesome website, hedera.com. Right now they're talking about smart contracts 2.0. They just added a new council member, Ubisoft, which is a major gaming company, to the governing council. Now here's something I want to take a quick moment to point out that's on the website. It's a comparison of transactions per second, average fee, transaction confirmation, and energy use per transaction between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Hedera Hashgraph. Now transactions per second, 3+ transactions per second for Bitcoin, 12+ transactions per second for Ethereum, compared to 10,000+ transactions per second for Hedera Hashgraph. Average fee, $22.57 for Bitcoin, $19.55 for Ethereum, and 0.0001 cent USD Charge per transaction, Hedera Hashgraph. Transactions confirmations, 10 to 60 minutes for Bitcoin to confirm, 10 to 20 seconds for Ethereum to confirm, 3 to 5 seconds per confirmation for Hedera Hashgraph. Energy use per transaction for all of you green buffs out there who are trying to help the world and make the world a better place to live in, a cleaner place to live in. 885 plus kilowatts per transaction for Bitcoin, 102 plus kilowatts per transaction for Ethereum, and 0.00017 kilowatts per transaction for Hedera Hashgraph. Now that's just something I wanted to show you real quick because I thought that those numbers are pretty important to understand the difference and the functionality between the three. Now I don't want to spend a lot of time digging into the website because I'm hoping that you'll want to take the time to do your own due diligence, research for yourself. They have an awesome website, truly extensive from network to DAOs to use cases, HBAR governance, everything about the website. We'll cover that in another full-length HBAR video, but for now let's move on. Looking at the charts, you can see that HBAR is an overall long-term uptrend. Moving left to right here, whatever. Let's take a closer look, a short time frame. It was looking to bounce and break resistance and convert back to an uptrend, but Bitcoin did pull back a little bit the past couple of days, so of course the market pulled back with it, the sector pulled back with it. But it's looking pretty good if you ask me, because we've been in a downtrend channel and we found support at the bottom. It's looking like everything's wanting to bounce and confirm back to an uptrend, but we're going to be patient, wait for confirmation. But that's your current status on HBAR. It's sitting at about 23 cents right now. You're looking at about 213% potential for profit. But that's not why we're here. We're here in this investigative report to find out, is there a connection between HBAR and the ISO 20022 new financial system that's coming? Shout out to Cocktail Zombie who posed the question. I wish IOTA was easier to get on to a ledger like it is with Algo, XRP, and XLM, who are other ISO 20022 compliant cryptos. Also, what about HBAR? Is that not ISO 20022 compliant? That's a great question. I've been doing my own research or whatever. As I was digging this first little bit of information right here, I found striking because it kind of referred to it. So the U.S. government is helping to greatly expedite the adoption of ISO 20022 as well in late 2023. Keep that in mind, guys. 2023. That's just around the corner. Compliant ISO 20022 cryptos will see a boom in 2022 with swift adoption. Swift is a current system. The standard will get in the way of cryptos like Bitcoin and keep them from becoming ubiquitous as international money transfer plays. There are 5 digital currencies that adhere to the ISO 20022's compliance requirements, making them apt plays for the year to come as Swift adopts the format. Swift is a current system that's going to be adopting the ISO 20022 format. Now, we've heard these names before. Who are we talking about? Ripple, Stellar. You've heard about IBM being involved with Stellar big time. XDC, IOTA, and Algorand. Now, as I went to the bottom of this, I also found something interesting that it says. Down here it says, in addition to these 5, there are 3 more cryptos rumored to be compliant. These cryptos are not yet officially listed as such. The list includes Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR, Quant, and Cardano. Now that's not confirmation. That's not an official word that Hedera Hashgraph is involved with ISO 20022, whatever. That doesn't appease me. That doesn't please my reach my satisfaction level as far as like proving that HBAR is part of the ISO 20022 financial system. So I have to dig deeper. Let's see what else we found. The next thing I'll show you is the one blueprint graph associated with the ISO 20022 system that I did find floating around the internet. I found it several places. I've seen people post it in their videos. I grabbed it, used it also in my video. I used this graph to show you which ones are involved. You can see right here, IOTA, Ripple, XFIN, which is XDC, Algorand, and Stellar. We know these are. So I had to continue to dig deeper. Now, as I dug deeper, I came across this curious little collection of blueprints. Lots of information. Each one has a ton of information, a ton of companies, a ton of countries' flags, looking for an HBAR association with ISO 20022. So I had to sit down and dig through each one of these blueprints here to see if I could find that connection. Let me show you what I found. First, I came across this one, which is an IBM, pretty much formatted blueprint. Talks about IBM, what they do, who they're associated with. There's Apple there. Hyperledger Fabric here. Hyperledger Fabric 2.0 permission consensus platform powers IBM blockchain. The modular pluggable for best consistency input options, third-party cloud, optional open source code base. And then look what's here. Hedera Consensus Service Hybrid Hashgraph. Literally says Hedera Hashgraph right there. Now, it does say Hedera Hashgraph, but nowhere on this blueprint does it say ISO 20022, new financial system. So that does not satisfy me. That is not proof to me that Hedera Hashgraph is involved, even though there's IBM who is part of the ISO 20022 system. Nowhere do I see Hedera Hashgraph's name on here where ISO 20022 is listed. So I looked farther. I came across this blueprint in the collection of blueprints. As you can see, it's clear. This is a pyramid breakdown of Hedera Hashgraph system. Now at the top you have the Hedera Governing Council. On the left you have current adopters. You see these big names: Google, IBM, Boeing, whatever. To the right, founding members, more of the same big names: Google, IBM, Boeing, LG. On the left it gives you pretty much of a breakdown of the information that you'll find on the website that I was telling you about, as far as like the speeds, transactions per second, all that kind of stuff, whatever. And down through the middle you'll see right here DAG, D-A-G. Now that's another crypto. It's Constellation. It sells for about 15 cents per share right now. And that's the first time that I have seen DAG associated with what's supposed to be ISO 20022 information. Now again, I do not see ISO 20022, the new financial system, anywhere on this graph. This is just a Hedera Hashgraph breakdown, but something pretty peculiar because I've never seen this breakdown before associated with these companies and what they're doing. So as you come on down, layer 1 internet, layer 2 consensus, layer 3 services, Hedera Hashgraph right there in the middle, whatever. You see all these plugs going in. Here's your HBAR, here's your web, your network nodes, your gossip protocol, which I'll have a video coming soon about Hedera Hashgraph and what the gossip protocol actually is. It's how the Hedera Hashgraph actually functions and works. Lots of great HBAR information or whatever, but no association on this page to ISO 20022. Satisfaction is still not met. Let's look farther. Okay, so here we have another breakdown, another blueprint, another graph with a lot of companies, a lot of big names, as you can see, going from the top to the left, whatever, you know. Foster Payments, Bax, Chaps, Sepius, Swift, which is the current system. You can see how much stuff's running into Swift. You've got Visa, you've got PSD2, CSDR, MasterCard. I mean, lots of incredibly big company names on here, guys. You have country flags showing you which countries are involved. I mean, the Bank of England, Bank of France. I mean, going on down there. Look what we have down here. Ripple, XRP right there. XLM, Stellar right here. IBM, which we've talked about. So we continue on down and look. Come across Truist, you have PayU, Google Pay, Apple Pay, BitPay, TrustPay. I mean, country flags, guys. All National Bank of Ukraine, R3 Corda, Hyperledger Fabric. Here's your IBM with you, Weaver. And wait a minute, what's that? Can I believe my eyes? IBM linked to Hedera Hashgraph, which is what we saw in the other previous blueprint, on the same page listing as ISO 20022, ISO TC 307, but ISO 20022 blueprint, Hedera Hashgraph's chart or name, literally charted right here with all the other companies, showing that it has a family responsibility to the system. Now, that's not someone on a microphone announcing it to the world. That's not an official press conference word from the guy who runs Hedera Hashgraph or nothing like that. But that gets me excited to see that, guys. Here you have Ripple, here you have Stellar, you have the common names that you've heard involved with the ISO 20022 system, whatever. You've seen them on other graphs or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but you have not seen Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR, on any of these graphs with ISO 20022 until now. So I just came across this right here. I don't know if I'm the first person who's found this, but I have not seen anybody else say this or show this in any other videos that they've done. Now, does this prove that HBAR is in fact associated with the ISO 20022 new financial system that's coming? I would say that this is not 100% proof, but it's a pretty damn good lead. The HBAR will have a role somewhere within the family and the network and will be involved with the ISO 20022 system. That's what I have for you guys. Please, once again, if you have not, like the video if you like the comment. It helps us get picked up in the algorithms. More people see the videos. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can go live, do live breakdowns, live technical analysis, live right there online. And last but not least, please hit the bell so that you get all the updates when I release new videos and you can keep up with what I got going on. So until that time, and at that point, we'll catch you in the next trap.